Hey guys, Jane here, and today I'm doing a book review of Doggy, Daycare Murder by Laurien Berensen. This is part of the Melanie Travers series. Now, I have not, or Travis, Melanie Travis series. Now, I've not read any other books in the series, but this can be read, I would say, as a standalone. I didn't have any problems understanding what was going on, despite the fact that it is the only book in the series I've read so far. So our main character, Melanie, is a mother of two children. She has two little boys. The older one is from a previous marriage, and the other is new. So she is a brand new mommy. And of course, being a mother, I enjoyed all of the mommy stuff in this. So many cozy mysteries. You've got the young 20-something shop owner, and to see somebody closer to my own age and who has a life similar to mine was so nice and refreshing. So I really liked Melanie as a character, but I'll get more to that as we go. Melanie also has 5 dogs. She used to show dogs, and she's very into the dog world. Because of that, her good friend, who she knows through parenting, their children are really good friends, I think, comes to her and says, I'm going back to work and I need to put my dog in doggy daycare. Can you check out the place that I'm thinking about to see what you think, since you know more about dogs than I do? And of course, Melanie's happy to help her friend. So she goes to this doggy daycare, looks around, decides it seems like a decent place to keep a dog. She's having a conversation about this to her aunt, who is still very heavily involved in dog shows. And her aunt says, well, you should probably go see it a second time, and here's some additional questions. So Melanie and her friend go to this doggy daycare together so that she can ask some more questions, and also so that her friend, who has the actual dog, can see how it is. Upon their return, a member of the staff is discovered murdered. And Melanie presumably has solved other mysteries before and kind of gets dragged into the figuring out who done it. The sister of the murdered staff member also works there and kind of helps Melanie go undercover to learn about what's going on in this doggy daycare and to help her figure out who killed her brother. I rated this a 4 out of 5. I really had a good time with this. I love cozy mysteries. Some are just okay. This was better than average. So a 4 for me is a better than average. I would recommend this above a lot of the other cozy mysteries I read. So I did really have a good time with it. It was fast-paced. It was engaging. It was a nice mystery. I didn't guess who had done it before it was revealed. But when it was revealed, I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. There was enough clues. It was a good decent mystery. I loved Melanie. I loved her as a mother and the mothering things that she's going on. I found her very relatable. Also, you can tell just by reading this that the author knows a ton about dogs. And if you are a dog lover, I think this is an amazingly good book. I love dogs. I don't currently have any, but growing up we always had a dog, and as somebody who really loves dogs and loves books about dogs, this is very immersive, and the dogs play a fairly large, important role in the story. I loved that this was a good standalone mystery. Like, it's part of a series, but you can read it as a standalone. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything that was vital. Sometimes when you enter a mystery, and actually I'm in the process of having this issue now, I'd gotten book 7 in a mystery series, a cozy mystery, and I was about 3 chapters in and realized that I was so confused that I needed to just start at the beginning. That is not the case here. I feel like you can pick this up, and here for sure, and if the others are structured like this, probably anywhere along the line of books, which I really appreciate. I really like when cozy mystery authors make it so that you can pick it up anywhere along the line, pick them up in any order, because that's kind of how I do it with cozy mystery series. I don't necessarily want to start at book one of a 10-book series, especially if, I've got book seven, I picked book seven up, and now I'm like, okay, well, now I've got to read the first 7 books, and I may or may not like them. Whereas this one, I picked it up. I don't know which book it is in the series, but it's good. I'm sure I would have gotten a lot more character stuff because obviously this character, like I said, she's divorced. She has a child from a previous marriage. She's got her current child. She has a really good relationship with her ex, which is another thing I wanted to point out. I loved the portrayal of that. This is an excellent portrayal of how ex-spouses are not together, but still working hard for their child to have a good situation and a good life and being polite to each other. We, as in me and my ex-husband, we try very hard to focus on the children and to be able to work together to, minimize our drama and keep things together. And just this is such a good representation of the way ideal divorce should be. So I love that portrayal. That's not something I see portrayed very often. Usually you have the person who like has all these issues with her baby daddy, and that's not the case in this. And the baby's daddy and the new daddy, they're fine, and it was so good. I love the characters, I love the mystery, I love the dogs. So if you are a cozy mystery reader, I recommend this book, and I do plan on reading more in the series. But yes, I really don't have anything negative to say about it. It didn't blow me quite so out of the water that it was a 5, but it was a solid 4, and I really enjoyed it. All right, guys, this is Jane. All the usual, my social media is below. Please like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Also, just so you know, I am a romance writer, so if you love books and want to check out my books, they are available on Kindle Unlimited, Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, Overdrive, Kobo. Basically anywhere books are sold, you can probably find a couple of my books under the name Jane B. Knight. Jane Knight, which is, I believe is what the channel is under, is actually for my nonfiction books. So if you're a writer, you can feel free to check those out. But for most of what I write, which is the romance, that is all Jane B. Knight. All right, guys, this is Jane. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.